Infiniti QX4 2001 3.5 engine. I am going to do the thermostat. With the plastic cover, so make sure these pins are installed down here at the bottom of the radiator, and the two screws on the top are 10 millimeters, and lift the entire unit like so and drop it in. That way you're protecting the radiator, and all you gotta do is install the other half, which is this piece here, and it hooks on from the bottom. Just punch it in, and it has a little clip in here that will fit in the bottom of the cover. There you go. And there's the other side, and that's how it looks like. So now we'll take this half out so it can be installed. Start from everything we see from the top and work our way down. There are hoses, attachments that have to be removed, so we start from here on the top first. Anything attaches to the fan cover, shroud, and once we remove the shroud, we can see on the top of the radiator we have here it's another 10 millimeter for the cover, and one on the other side here. The next thing we'll work on is to move the upper hose. I disconnect the upper hose. I just separate it with the plastic shroud by removing the 10 millimeter bolts from here and by snapping it below. This shroud here, the fan cover, is two parts. You can get those clips out like here. How to come out in two pieces. This is what it looks like when it's in. It's just a little snapping here, and once you separate this part, the front part comes right out. So there's the shroud, and that's what it looks like without it. This is the inner piece or lower piece of the shroud. It's still in the car. You don't have to remove that. Doing the thermostat, you will have to disconnect the lower hose of the radiator, which is this one here, and the thermostat is somewhere back in there. If you follow the hose, you will see the thermostat bolts and stuff, so it's somewhere hidden underneath here. Okay, so I think it's 10 millimeter bolts, 2 or 3 of them, so the whole thing comes out. So I'm going to start disconnect the hose and work on the bolts. Begin by removing the clip. I use the pliers. I push the backwards, and I use the pliers again here without damaging the hose, left and right, and I got stuck. There's the hose. You expect the hose. If you want to replace the hose, you replace the hose as well, and continue the thermostat housing, and I believe it's a couple of 10 millimeter bolts, so I might have to disconnect this hose as well, so I will do that. It's a smaller hose. It just has a clip. I get it out of the way, and I think I can see the 10 millimeter bolts. Okay, the thermostat housing has 3 10 millimeter bolts. I have removed 2, removing the third one. Sometimes, you know, you can feel it with your hand. not always able to see what you're doing. So it's a triangle with 3 10mm bolts. All 3 bolts are out. They're all the same size. Sometimes they are different size, but this one is the same size. So there comes the thermostat, guys. Very simple, and it looks like it's one unit. So the thermostat in the house is one. The gasket came out in one piece. I'll make sure that I clean the area back here and replace the gasket and thermostat, tie it to specifications. That's what it looks like. It's 3 bolts. Installing the thermostat on the Infiniti or any other thermostat, at this point you see the gasket is ready to fall out. They use something like a glue, adhesive glue. So I'm going to use this 3M super gasket sealant, this one here. So I'll make sure that the gasket stays into place, not everywhere, just here and there a little bit. This is the product I use. That's the product recommended from the store, and that will hold the gasket in place, and I'll be able to make my life easier and make sure the gasket stays where it's supposed to stay. So I'm going to apply this, and then I'm going to install the 3 bolts for the thermostat and the housing. So after I apply here and there a little bit of the 3M gasket sealant, see now the thermostat gasket stays into place, bolts on, and job will be done. My new thermostat is installed, and tie the bolts all around equally, and don't over tight. It's aluminum housing, and you don't want to strip these bolts. So that's tight. Thermostat is in. I'm going to install this hose now. I assume it's for the heating. So add the clip and install the radiator hose. I use my vice grips, so I press it and the clip is loose. I already had it. Have the correct coolant. What's very important is the green one from the dealer. It's for Japanese cars, Asian cars. They take this type of green. So now we're going to fill the system and do the bleeding back of the engine. This there, the plastic on my finger points, is the bleeder screw or pipe. You have to bleed the system. Just run the engine for a little while, take the cap off, fill up the radiator, the reservoir, and run the engine a little higher at 2000 RPM. You're going to see air bubbles coming out, and when the air bubbles stop coming and just flows coolant, put the cap back on. You cool it again the next couple of days after you drive in the car. Make sure it stays up, and the coolant tank, where it says maximum, is supposed to be down there. So after that, the car is perfect.